with the camera system again, we've seen huge amounts of information being recorded on videos and photos. You know, when you have the HMT on your head, that thing is there all the time. You don't need to have your gloves off. You don't need to get off the ladder. You don't need to climb out from underneath the vehicle in order to start taking photos and videos. So this is something we're going to add in a very simple little feature, but it's going to be available in beta mode this summer. It'll be one of the things that we put into our overall system. It'll be a service that'll be accessible through our applications and then into partner applications to be able to use this tagging feature. It's pretty straightforward and simple now, and it's meant to be, I even trained Andy and Sanjay, both learned how to use this in 30 seconds, so it's got to be easy. So we'll talk a little bit about this. We'll show it here in a demo here pretty quick, but it's a fast way to get something going and be able to deal with hundreds or thousands of photos, and that's what we're seeing collected at some of these deployments. Same thing goes in reverse. That man out there or that woman out there at the end of the branch may need information or knowledge, and we got to get it to them. So the freeway goes both ways. So having information out there in systems that has been, you know, lovingly crafted and formatted is still out there in systems, and I have a person crawling underneath a vehicle trying to get access to a manual or a process or a checklist. So that synchronization can go both directions, and we'll show a little bit of that as well. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, we're going to leave the stage, and we're going to go back into the bowels of the brewery. And back there we have one of our solution engineers, many of who you know, Kyle Furlick, who's going to be showing us the tagging and the synchronization system, and then we'll come back here and we'll look at the results of his demo. Kyle?
Thanks, Tom. If you didn't already introduce me enough, I'm Kyle Furlick. I'm a solutions engineer here, and I've had a chance to meet several of you. I'm looking forward to meeting more of you today. Today I'm going to show you a fairly simple demo. Very excited to show you our photo tagging feature. Now, it's built into the flow of normal photo taking, so it'll be very seamless. That said, we are in an industrial environment. It's very loud. If you have trouble hearing me at any point through this microphone, rest assured the HMT one will pick it up just fine. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm looking at a piece of machinery here, and I see that it says temporarily out of use, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little inspection. I'm going to keep it simple for the first time flow. I'm going to take a single photo, and then I'm going to apply a single tag. My camera. Zoom level 4. Take photo. Preview. Manage tags. Air dryer. Further review. Apply tags. Okay, I've gone ahead and added a couple to that because I saw this needs a little bit more review. I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to take a single picture. I'm going to apply even more tags to it. I'm going to open this thing up. See, it hasn't been powered on in a while. Navigate back. Zoom level 1. Take photo. Flash on. Take photo. Ah, the archaic and ancient sticky note. Can't wait till we no longer need this. Take photo. Preview. Manage tags. Air dryer. Maintenance required. Critical. Apply tags. Navigate back. Flash off. Now we'll walk in and get a closer look at some more equipment. You guys can follow me this way. I'm going to take some more photos, and we got compressors running, so again, it'll get a little bit loud. I'm going to take multiple photos. This time I'm going to go back and tag them all retroactively. Take photo. Take photo. I'll actually go ahead and tag those first because we're moving into a storage unit. My Files, My Photos, Camera, Devil's Canyon Maintenance, select item 20, manage tags, air compressor, apply tags, navigate back, jump back to the home screen, navigate home, the slogan of the entire event, my camera, take photo, take photo, take photo, preview, manage tags, compressed air reservoir, further review, apply tags. We're going to take one more look at the active compressor. We got wind coming out of this. It's compressing air, so I'm getting hit with wind just like Dr. Chris was earlier. Navigate back. Zoom level 3. Take photo. Preview. Manage tags. Air compressor. Maintenance required. Apply tags. There we go. I have one more thing to take care of, so if you'll follow me back this way, we'll get going. Navigate back. Okay, we got a QR code here. We got something I need to look at specifically. Navigate home. My Files. More options. Scan bookmark. Zoom level 4. Accept. Okay. Zoom level 1. Go to page 1. Looks good. Navigate back. Navigate home. My camera. Take photo. Preview. Preview. Manage tags. Oil reducer. Apply tags. Navigate home. And we're all set, so I'm going to swing it back over to you, Tom. We're happy to demo this for you in person, so come and see us. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kyle. So a few things I'll point out before we look at those files. So Kyle was, again, wearing full equipment, gloves, knee pads. He's an old man, I guess, and he needs to crawl around on the ground. That, at the very end, you heard the compressor actually go off. So that was somewhere between 85 and a little over 90 decibels the entire time he was in that room. So of course the device, and those of you who have worked with it understand, it's very good in those high noise situations. He was able to talk to it. I think he missed one command. I'm a product manager, so I noticed that. So the last preview, he didn't quite get it. But what was happening is beforehand, we set up a sync job. And you notice that those files, you may not have noticed, but the files went down into a folder, a special folder called Devil's Canyon Maintenance. So simulating that he was a maintenance manager or maybe a contractor who was coming in to take photos and do jobs. And in order to add context to maybe the hundreds or dozens maybe of photos that he's taken, we've added some tags that were consistent with the type of work he was doing. And we'll talk a little bit later about how those tags got in there. But what we're looking at now on John's PC is basically a set of photos. Some were taken yesterday, and so there's dozens of photos in there that have tags. And we're going to take a look at how the tags came through, went up to SharePoint, which is where that sync job was put, and then we're going to look at it actually on OneDrive, which I think is a little bit easier tool to scroll through large amounts of files and specifically photos. So John's going to go and pull up the set now. And again, some of these were taken yesterday and synced up, and the sync comes whenever it comes. But those tags came through and were embedded in those folders or those files. So these JPEGs, there's a native file system standard to be able to put these tag sets in. It's infinite, so while Kyle did 2 or 3 or 4, you can have a lot of different tags on it. Later on in the beta period, when we start working through this, there'll be some automated taggings. So as an application calls the camera, it can say, I'm going to call the camera, but I want you to go ahead and just put these tags on it. Maybe we're working on work order 1259. They can apply those tags without Kyle or the worker actually having to do it. So here what we'll do is we'll kind of do a search for, let's go ahead and look at, there were some that were maintenance required. So let's look at maintenance required. So we're just typing into our file explorer here to see which ones require maintenance. So here's a couple of them. And one of these I think he took yesterday, and this one he took of the control panel there. So if I wanted to have my workers go out and do work and say, look, every time we need to do something that's requiring maintenance, go ahead and tag it required maintenance, or whatever the tag is, it's fully configurable. Okay, let's look at the air dryers. So we're going to pull up some air dryer photos. So again, there's some air dryer photos that came through. These are the ones that Kyle was working on, the press plate and some of the innards of it. Again, there were multiple things, air compressors, drain sumps, other things. If somebody, me as a manager or John as an inspector want to look at specifics, this is a great way to take a couple hundred photos and get it down just the ones that matter. And there are a whole pile of ways that this can be deployed. We're working with customers over the summer. Hopefully some of you in this room will be part of that customer set, but it's just a very simple way of taking photos, adding some context, and getting that information up to a place where you, as an organization, trust. So this is not our storage. We didn't log in. Actually, when we logged in before the demo, we used an Active Directory authentication to a sample or a demo company that we've created called Tennyson. That's why you may see the word Tennyson up here. That's a company working on enterprise level 1 Azure AD, right, with Office 365 and all those tools like SharePoint or OneDrive. So we've logged in securely, and the RealWear system never sees that password. We don't keep passwords, we don't store them, that's not our business. That's our partner, Okta, is the one in charge of that. So we send that information off, the password information, it gets authenticated, federates out to the Active Directory system, in this case Tennyson, our sample company, in the cases of our customers, whatever they have. They say, yes, we know who that user is. It is Kyle at Tennyson.com. And then that data, that allows then us to send this information up to corporate resources, storage locations that Tennyson trusts. We never see the password. We actually only hold the photos or the documents for as little time as necessary. Those don't really get stored long-term on our system. The point is to get the knowledge out to that person and get it back into the corporate system as quickly as possible. And this is what we're going to be working on in beta this summer. Thank you, John. So again, as we close up here, we're looking for a select set of folks who can work with us over the summer to take some of the things you just saw here and that we talked about, run it through its paces, tell us where it works, where it needs work, what new ideas or things we can add on, how you can use it, and we'll watch it in the field, we'll go out and we'll talk to the workers, we'll talk to the managers, we'll work with the IT groups. Hopefully this will culminate at the end of summer with a very rock solid piece of product that we can provide to the marketplace, that we can provide to our partners to incorporate in their applications and their solutions. That's all I have for today. That'll take us through the end of 2019. I'll be out here at the end of the day or throughout the whole day, also at lunch. There's a Foresight demo up on the stage in the demo zone. Until then, find anybody who's got a headset on, they can show you some of these features. We put the beta software on there already. So thank you again very much. We're going to have a 15-minute or so break. We're going to come back here at 11:20. I'll hope to talk to a lot of you by then, but until then, thank you very much. Have a good day.